SSAS pensions. Now, a lot of our clients use SSAS pensions when they're looking to acquire commercial property. Let's get into it. A SSAS is a type of pension structure which allows you to hold commercial property amongst other asset classes. You'll have members, so members linked to the SSAS, and you also have a sponsoring employer. The sponsoring employer could be your trading business in the background. You're not limited. You can have other sponsoring employees in there as well. So some clients will have their trading business, day-to-day business, and they maybe have a property company linked to it as well. And then they'll have their members, so themselves, maybe other people that are linked to the sponsoring employer, other family members, again, linked to the sponsoring employer on the SSAS. Contributions can be made up to £60,000, utilising your annual allowance. And one of the benefits is that you can not only hold commercial property, you can borrow 50% of the fund value. So let's say in your pension there was £500,000. So £500 that you built up in your pension, you can borrow 50% of the fund value. So that's 250k, which would equate to 750k of buying power when you're looking at commercial property minus any buying costs. So typically you can't get that in other pensions, the leverage type of things. You can do it in SIPs as well. So another video about that. But the commercial property, one of the other advantages that people would like to use is the loan back facility. So you can lend back into the company on the loan back facility, so you can borrow up to 50% of the fund value. So in that scenario, if you had 500,000 in there, you can borrow £250,000 back out. Now it would have to be paid back and there needs to be a return on that. So there is some kind of structure that you need to follow alongside that. You can invest in other asset classes, but it's just a really tax efficient way to build wealth. For example, the commercial property, let's say it's leased to your trading business, any of the rental income received into the pension would be tax free while it's in the pension. Okay, if you sold the commercial property, you wouldn't pay any corporation tax or capital gains tax on that profit because again it's in the pension structure. The downside is you can't get access to the funds until you're 55 unless you're utilising the loan back facility, but that's a further investment. But when at 55, then you can effectively take 25% of the fund value tax free, and then the rest will be taxed at your income tax band. So before looking to set something up, make sure you speak to a financial advisor because they can tell you if the SSAS is the right structure for you. There are other pension structures that may be more suitable, more cost effective, but in simple, this is just an overview of how a SSAS could benefit yourself.